Hey everybody, I'm CJ, and news has come down the pipeline that, of all things, we're getting a remake slash reboot of the movie The Scorpion King. And honestly, some people are handling this news a little bit better than others. Basically, at the Mary Sue, we're supposed to believe that seeing the original Scorpion King in theaters back in 2002 was this article writer's. Well, this was a high watermark of her entire life, apparently, because there's a thing that's called happy, and she is not that thing when it comes to news of rebooting slash remaking the Scorpion King. She says, "Do you remember the Scorpion King? Because I do. For some reason, I saw it in theaters because I didn't have much else to do in 2002 when it came out, and I was enthralled by the prospect of a whole ass movie about a minor villain from The Mummy 2. In case you've forgotten, and I can't blame you if you did, in The Mummy 2, the good and bad guys are trying to find the treasure or temple or something of the legendary Scorpion King for the whole movie, which was really just as a gimmick to get wrestling superstar The Rock on screen in the final moments. Well, he was sort of in the movie. He showed up attached to a giant scorpion with some of the most terrible digital effects ever put to screen for the big final fight. It's fun and ridiculous. Well, I mean, those are terrible effects. There's just no way around that. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. The Scorpion King is fine as a movie if generally forgettable. Its place in history is due to the fact that it was Johnson's first starring role and that it was the first stepping stone for the Rock to become the major movie star that he is today. Seeing The Rock as the star was the thing that made the movie worthwhile, which is why the most perplexing thing about this remake is that The Rock won't be in it. And the article just gets kind of windy from there, as is typical for the Mary Sue. But this does kind of speak to just sort of a weird, I don't want to say double standard, but there's some kind of neuroses going on with this where it's like people don't want good movies or classic movies or whatever to be remade. And that's fine. Lord knows I can understand that. But here, what we have is the Scorpion King, which maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But my guess is the Scorpion King is nobody, literally nobody's favorite movie. There's nobody out there who thinks that the Scorpion King is this unsung masterpiece. I mean, I'm sure it's got a little bit of a fan following, but I don't think anybody out there regards this movie as, well, the like their personal Star Wars. I don't think there's anyone out there who's who has that opinion. I mean, it's just, or at least it seems unlikely. And so, I guess my point is, isn't this the kind of movie that we should be remaking? I mean, for everything that I've heard about the Scorpion King, it's just kind of there. It's not amazingly good and it's not amazingly bad. It just exists. And my personal opinion is that if remakes must be done, why not remake Geely? Or why not remake. Uh, I'm just blanking on like just or Showgirls or something. I mean, why not remake something that sucked the first time around and this time get it right? Everything that sucked about the original, fix those problems in your remake. And obviously that's not what's happening here, but this does seem to be a step in the right direction. So rather than remaking Blade Runner or something that everybody loves, we're getting a remake of a movie that, eh, I don't think anyone has strong feelings about one way or the other. And who's to say that the remake or reboot or whatever the fuck this thing is, who's to say that this won't turn into something that's kind of awesome? Uh, Lest you think such a thing is impossible. Well, the original Ocean's 11 isn't bad. I don't think anybody despises that movie, but when you say Ocean's 11, what everybody remembers is the remake with George Clooney, Matt Damon, and everybody else. That's the one that everyone remembers. And it is possible to remake a movie in such a way that you actually far exceed the original, and you may, who knows, you may even be able to turn it into some kind of a franchise. You can only really do that at a minimum with uh, movies that maybe just didn't really take root the first time around. They really weren't a big hit the first time around. So, honestly, and I guess what I'm trying to say is the idea of a Scorpion King remake bothers me a whole lot less than remaking something that's like a real classic, like I say, like Blade Runner or something like that. I mean, I would rather see a Scorpion King remake than a Blade Runner remake, and we're getting a Scorpion King remake. I mean, I don't understand what there is to be ticked off about, but I don't know. Leave it to the Mary Sue, I guess. I'm sure they'll find something to whine and complain about. But anyway, I just wanted to throw all that out there. I mean, I maintain that if you must remake a movie, remake something that it doesn't have to. The original does not have to have sucked, although I do think that would be ideal. But maybe something that at the very least nobody cares about. Remake something that just it never found an audience the first time around for whatever reason. Remake that. And who knows? The results could surprise you. Anyway, I'm CJ, and that's that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed, comment, like, and share this video because it really helps me out. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Cole Loves Comics.